Howdy, do you remember when you were a kid and would hide under things when thunder, lightning and storms struck? Truth be told, you had good reason to. This stuff is dangerous. According to the statistics of the National Weather Service, every year in the United States, scores of people are killed by lightning. However, most encounters with this natural phenomenon don't end in tragedy. Enough people are able to weather the storm and tell the tale. Here are some of the recorded lightning cases that were documented and left us shocked. While you're here, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more such amazing content. Number 12. Lightning strikes a man at a gas station. William Hall pulled over at a gas station in New York to fill his car. Instead of getting on with his life, he almost lost it. He was struck by lightning at the very gas station and was thrown to the ground and slammed against the van. A few passers-by who were at the convenience store thought it was an explosion given the loud bang and the flashing lights. William was unconscious for a few minutes, and eventually he regained consciousness and remembered what had happened. The doctors arrived and gave him a clean bill of health. The event occurred at 4 a.m. and there were no other people at the station. The place was so peaceful, then suddenly, boom, as pieces of concrete scattered all around. The employees at the gas station were shocked by the huge hole measuring 4.5 meters that was left behind. Number 11. Plane struck by lightning. It's not that unusual. You travel by plane across countries and cities? Chances are that you've flown in one aircraft that's been struck by lightning. This is not a very surprising occurrence. It happens more often than not. On average, every commercial plane is struck at least once a year. Not to worry, this isn't new. Airplanes are designed to avoid such disasters that result from electric shocks. Meet Austin Dunn from Florida, whose job is working with planes on the ground. That notwithstanding, he's still faced lightning phenomenon. A few years back, he was struck by lightning as he was passing under the nose of a plane that had been parked at the runway. More specifically, the lightning struck the tail of the plane, then passed through the entire fuselage, came out the front and hit Austin. That's one of the main reasons that he was saved from the tragedy. It's said that the probability of being hit by lightning is 5,000 to 1. That's a safe number, I believe. Number 10. Lightning recorded live by ninja journalist. Lightning is not really an event that can be caught live on camera. Why? It happens at lightning speed. Turns out that American journalist beat the odds as she was reporting live and caught the event and escaped the fatal outcome. The strong electric discharge hit the floor just behind the journalist's back. This for sure made the live audience jump off their seats. It's amazing how the cameraman didn't tremble at the moment. Number 9. The lightning daredevil. Some very weird, fearless people hear the strike of lightning and instead of staying in, they go out to marvel at the wonder of it all. The guy who was featured in this video is one of those strange people. He made a decision to come out of his house to witness the lightning. Patiently, he waited for the lightning to strike, and soon enough it did, and it gave him the shock of his life. It struck at his terrace and was not really a pretty sight. This was exactly 5 meters from him. Guess what? Even with being witness to that event, he was neither moved nor scared. He kept on recording. Number 8. Policeman almost struck by lightning. In Florida, a policeman met with lightning and not even his gun could rescue him. He was getting inside his car and by chance escaped a vicious lightning strike. It was by pure luck that he was not hurt in any way or form. Matter of fact, Florida is one of the places that's notorious for lightning striking. The explanation is that it's a geological location that allows for formation of huge storm clouds. Number 7. Lightning at a sporting event. When it comes to sporting competitions, you cannot take away excitement out of the equation. That said, the levels of excitement went overboard when a powerful lightning strike hit a golf course during the US Women's Open in Charleston. By sheer luck, all the attendees had been forewarned and were evacuated just in time. No one was injured, luckily, and also no trees were caught on fire during the episode. Number 6. Boy escapes death. A young boy by the name of Josiah escaped death by a whisker through the help of a stranger and a best friend. On the day of the accident, he and his bestie Javier were leaving the skate park after a heavy storm. The clouds thickened very quickly, then lightning started flashing all over the place. The kids were hit and Javier managed to stay conscious while his friend Josiah was thrown in the air and immediately lost consciousness after hitting his head. The random stranger was wise enough to give him a heart massage, which was a true lifesaver. The other thing that saved his life was the skateboard, which acted as a lightning rod. It conducted the electrical charge from his body to the ground. We don't want to know what would have happened if it weren't for the Good Samaritan and the boy's skateboard. Just so you know, the average charge of lightning contains 1 billion joules of energy. That compares to about what would keep a 60-watt light bulb running for 6 months. Number 5. Lightning at the beach. The beach is a place to have fun and more fun. In this case, it's the total opposite. Have you been at the beach and one minute you're enjoying the sunbathing, the waves and all that jazz, then suddenly out of the blue the skies fill up and dark clouds form and before you know it there's more than a dozen raindrops on your skin? That's exactly what happened in Long Beach, California. The video shows how a few surfers were out enjoying the waters in the oceans even with a storm raging. The first lightning was instant and in minutes the lightning hit the sand at the water's edge near the people at the beach. A few of them lost consciousness for a while, but luckily no one was seriously injured. Number 4. A pickup truck is struck by lightning on the go. Some experts advise that during a storm it's better and safer to stay inside a car. It's usually not that simple. If the lightning bolt hits the car antenna, the electrical charge then goes directly to the tyres and eventually to the ground. The danger in this is that the chances of the tyres exploding is very high. On the flip side, if the discharge hits the roof, it can burn it utterly and completely. Finally, if the lightning gets as far as the fuel tank, it will catch fire. Even though these cases are quite rare, in this video a pickup truck is struck by lightning and the result is 2 huge craters in the asphalt. A married couple who were earlier inside the car say that after the strike hit, they started to smell something burning, and soon after they were suffocating. They tried opening the doors and windows with little success. It was by luck that a policeman passing by came to the rescue of the elderly couple. Number 3. Lightning strikes a tree and splits it. If a storm hits you, you know what to do? There are a few rules within when it comes to the do's and don'ts when a storm hits. One of the most crucial ones is that during a storm you should under no circumstances hide under a tree. If you don't know what'll happen, check out this video. It was shot in the backyard of a school in Tyler, Texas. This tree was shattered into a million tiny pieces. Luckily, no one was in the vicinity at the time. Number 2. Lightning in the backyard. Children are supposed to be inside the comfort of their houses and the warmth of their beds the minute a freak storm starts. This video was shot by a 10-year-old resident from Davidson in the US. First, it doesn't look like there's real lightning, rather powerful explosions. To think that just a few minutes earlier the kid was playing in the backyard in the rain until his father forced him to get inside the house. From inside the house, the kids start filming, and whoa, what they captured was incredible. Number 1. Lightning encounter alongside his dogs. Alex Correas, a dude from Texas, was just out for a walk with his dogs one sunny day when the weather started changing. He really had no reason to worry. What's a little rain, right? So he kept walking with his pets. Then suddenly, lightning struck. Surveillance camera shows that Alex fell from the strike and his dogs ran away in terror. Talk of a dog being a man's best friend. Lady Luck was with him that day since he was passing by a veterinary clinic. A helpful worker named Christy immediately recognized what happened and rushed to help Alex out. When the rescue team arrived at the scene, they saw that Alex was not really breathing. His clothes had been somewhat burned. Christy and her colleagues used an emergency kit to help save Alex's life. The young man had to stay in the hospital for a couple of days, and luckily he didn't sustain any serious injuries. That's all the time we have for the wonder that is lightning strikes. Do you know of, or have you ever heard of other accounts worth mentioning? Hit the comment section and share with us. We'd be delighted.